Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, May 24th, and we are looking at window traders, market profile of SPY, IWM, and QQQ. First and foremost, I want to thank Anthony Crudele. Came in the trading room around 10:30, spent a solid hour giving his background, what he looks for in stocks, futures, crypto. Answered any and all questions that was thrown his way by the traders in our room. And true professional. It was a pleasure having him in there. And if you don't follow him on Twitter, certainly should, and check out all his podcasts and his what he does on the futures and stuff. So thank you again, Anthony. Number one. Number two, again, there will be no video tomorrow morning. I have an appointment, so I hope to be back for the opening, but there will be no opening video. Now, as far as today, got to give the buyers credit, both in SPY, QQQs. They came out of inside weeks to the upside. They have a trend day that hold. We only have one set of single prints that hold. We had a chance for three in SPY, but some week longs gave up late in the day finally when we didn't have a flush earlier in the day, which I was looking for an F to take a nice long. Didn't get it. We got into the single prints from the 10th. We took a lot of those back, but they're still there. They're still 70 cents worth. So we haven't accomplished that job just yet. I traded very little today. I'll go over those in a second. Russell, once again, couldn't even take out the IB until late in the day. And then I thought they were going to do what they've done the last couple of weeks and rip in L&M. Well, K&L got it going, but M gave up the ship. Now, again, I only use up to M period. So 8 wide for us, 8 wide for Russell, and 7 wide for QQQs. As far as my trade, so we opened, I said I was looking to possibly take a short against the poor high from Friday, but when we started going and we were hanging there, I was like, you know what, instead of doing that, I'm going to take the 418 straddle. And it paid me decently for what it was. So that was one trade. And then when Anthony came on, I didn't do anything in B period. Anthony came on when C started. The only trade, I'll tell you what, even whether Anthony was on or not talking, the only trade I should have taken as far as I'm concerned was the long in D. When we got close to C's low, I was like, if the market's that strong, we had a lowest accepted price. We had single prints, inside week up. I should have taken long in D and used C's low as my out. Didn't do it. Obviously, that would have paid. And that was really it. I actually took a short in I when we made a new high because we were 7 wide. I thought if we don't get any acceleration or tempo, I will fade it to go back to POC. Well, then I held it in I, J open, wasn't coming back in, took out I's high, took it off, not for a big loss. Those are my only trades of the day. I said the only other thing I would look for is if we had flushed out pretty hard at some point down into these single prints. When it happened in M, the day for me was just over by then. I wasn't going to do it. So all this was week longs. Now, the reason I didn't take the short when M took out L's low was because we had the single prints. We had 3 sets at the time. Now, when you don't get the flush earlier in the day, F was not enough of a flush for me. If we don't have single prints, L or M usually does the cleansing. But because we had single prints, I wasn't really sure if they were going to do that. So that's why I didn't take the short. No big deal. Small green day. We move on to tomorrow. Destinations for tomorrow. Upside. Today's high of 420.32. Then we have the single print job we have to finish from the 10th. They started 420.33, get filled at C's low, 421.03. And then above that, we have 422.74, weekly high. For the downside, now our destinations are far and wide apart, so we can get some really good chop inside of here tomorrow. I'm not using the POC because it's only 8 wide for me. So for the downside, I have today's single prints. They started 418.90. Get filled at 21 cents, which is A's high. The lowest accepted price is right there, 418.20, and then today's low of 417.08. So B's low is incredibly important to me tomorrow for 2 reasons. Number 1, do we hold the buy tail if we fill the singles? And number 2, inside week up, do we stay above Friday's high? high. So that's very important, because guess what, folks? Until we get more MGI, we don't have anything below today's low until Friday's low of 414.45. So very important that the buyers hold that level. For me anyway, that's how I'm looking at it. And then on the chart, I'll just show you quickly the weekly and daily in SPY. So here's the weekly. Now, monthly's up, one time framing up with 4 days to go, 7 months. Very, very healthy. I'm still calling the weekly balance. Yes, it's an inside week up, but until we take out either the all-time high and get legs, or we go down and take out this double bottom and get legs to the downside, this is balance for me. Inside week up, yes, but still balance. And then the daily, finally, to me, broke out of a 9-day balance to the upside. One time framing up, 3 days. Gap is the main focus below inside of this 9-day balance. But for now, the daily up and healthy. I hope you had a great day trading. Have a lovely evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.